Awesome. Well, hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Um, and thank you all for joining us tonight. This is our health, wealth, and happiness call. We run this call the first Tuesday of each month, and it really is one of our absolute favorite calls. And we're right at the beginning of the month, which is amazing. So happy February to everyone as well. The reason we love this call so much is because we have found a way to bring more health, more community, more connection, and also purpose and mission to our lives. All of us sharing tonight have become so super passionate about what we do that we've created this amazing business around it. So my name is Allison Fitzpatrick. I live in New Hampshire. I have been with the Juice Plus company now for over 4.5 years, which is what we're going to be talking about tonight. And tonight you're going to hear about our amazing products and why we're all so passionate about this business. And you're also going to hear stories of inspiration from people on our amazing team that we hope will help you dream a little bit bigger and just see the vision of what this could possibly be for you. So we all know health is wealth, right? And when we're happier, or when we're healthier, we're happier. And when we have more time freedom and more financial freedom, we're able to find happiness in being able to do the things that we want to do rather than doing the things that we have to do. So I can tell you for me, I absolutely love helping people. I love seeing people happy. I love connecting with people. And when I fell in love with the Juice Plus products myself and my family as well, I couldn't help but want to share it with everyone that I know. Not only has this business allowed me to help people in their health, but I'm also so thankful to now be part of such a supportive community of like-minded people who constantly just lift each other up. We call ourselves the Good Vibe Tribe because it 100% is accurate of what this team radiates literally on a daily basis. So I am going to pass it right over to my friend Stacy. She's going to talk about our products in detail, and then we'll hear some stories after that.
Thank you, Allison. And like she said, my name is Stacy King. I am a physical therapist in Maryland, right outside Washington, D.C., and I have been with the Juice Plus company for 4 years. And what I could say is that I think we could all agree on one thing today, and probably every day, is that most of us don't get enough fruits and vegetables into our diet. No matter how hard we try or what we do to get more, sometimes it's just really challenging to get those 9 to 13 servings in our bodies every day. And yes, I did say 9 to 13 servings. We try, we do all kinds of things. And what our company has done is found a way to fill in that gap between what we're actually eating and what we're supposed to be getting every day. So to start off, I'm going to talk about our trio blend right here. And what these are concentrated fruits, vegetables, and berries in capsule form. And what our company has done is we've partnered with small to mid-sized farmers that grow our produce for us, and then they are picked at the peak of ripeness. And when we pick our produce, when it is vine ripened, it has the most nutrients in it, not when it's on the truck on the way to the grocery store or ripening on the grocery store shelves. You're losing all of that nutrients. It comes from the soil. So we take our produce and we crush it, dehydrate it, pull out the sugar, and what you're left is with a powder. And then it gets put into these vegan capsules. And so we have 3 blends: the fruit, the veggie, and the berry blend, and they all have a mix of different produce in them. So that way we're really consuming the rainbow of fruits and vegetables every day. And this is meant to bridge the gap. This is not meant to replace actually eating your produce. So I just want to be clear on that. What's great about these products is that if you look right here, it actually has a nutrition label on it. So this is not a vitamin, this is not a supplement, this is a whole food capsule. And when you consume this, we have research that shows within 20 minutes, it becomes bioavailable. So you're not peeing this out like your typical vitamin. You will not have that disco pee, that bright yellow pee, when you take a vitamin, because all you're doing is taking it. Your body doesn't know what to do with it because it's missing the rest of the plant. And it takes it and it puts it to work in your body right away. So as a physical therapist, I feel really good about putting this in my body and my family's bodies, recommending this to patients, because I know all I'm doing is giving them a way to get more of the good stuff into their bodies. So we have them in capsule form. And what's super cool about the company is that when you sign up an adult for the product, a child can get theirs for free for up to 4 years. And we have them in gummy form. Yes, you can still get free product for up to 4 years in a capsule if you'd like for your child. But really, the gummies are here. They're great. I love them. I actually snack on these. These are dessert for me. My kids take them sometimes. They also take the capsule. It just depends on their mood. And it's a way to get fruits and vegetables into our kids for free. These are also vegan. And what I really, really, really love, and I'm going to say really one more time because I didn't say it enough, is that these are the most researched nutritional product on the market. So I don't know where else you can go to find produce that's been encapsulated that when you put into your body does what it says it's going to do, like decrease inflammation, decrease oxidative stress. Really quite amazing. So they're that. And I'm going to move on quickly to the next thing so I'm not taking up this whole call. And I mentioned they were vegan. So we're going to go right to our next product, which is our vegan omegas. And yes, omegas can be vegan because how the fish gets the omegas by eating the algae. So we skip the fish, we go right to the source, which is algae, along with a bunch of other seed oils like pomegranate seed oil and raspberry seed oil, sea buckthorn, and a couple other things. And what we get is a vegan omega that's actually a full spectrum omega. So most people know that omega-3s are good for our hair, skin, nails, and brains. But what we have here is omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. So no fishy burps here. It actually smells like citrus. You take these and you're getting what you need in a day to get that omega gap in, which again is really, really hard to get. The one thing I like to point out about the difference between our omegas and a fish omega is this kind of creepy fact that I like to throw out there. It takes 4 pounds of fish to make 1 fish oil pill. So when you think about the damage that it's being caused into our waterways and pollution and waste and everything else, plus you don't always know where those fish are being raised. We control our algae source. We actually grow our own. So being an environmentally friendly company makes me feel really good about consuming these. Next up are our complete powders. And what these are our macronutrients. When I was going over the capsules, these are our phytonutrients, the micronutrients. So when we talk about a car, this is the oil to the car. It keeps things moving smoothly. The macronutrients that most people hear about all the time, they're fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. This is the energy. This is where you get energy from in your body, the food that fuels you. So what we have here again are vegan shakes right here, chocolate and vanilla. They're super yummy. They're also made of plants. So an additional 15 plants come into these guys, and you can make them into smoothies or smoothie bowls or protein bites or puddings, muffins, pancakes. I mean, the possibilities are endless. They are delicious. I have one every day. My kids start their day every day with one, and after sports, they have it as a recovery drink. So those are our shake powders. And last but not least, because I'm not in front of it, but I have a piece of paper right here with a picture of our tower garden. So we know that growing our own is the best way to control for pesticides and herbicides and things like that. So when you can grow your own at home, that's exactly what we enable people to do. You can grow fresh, non-GMO, organic fruits and vegetables. Go outside in the summer. Mine is indoors right now, and so it's growing greens and herbs, so plants like spinach and kale and chard, and I have a ton of basil growing in there right now, and lettuce. So growing indoor year round, whether you want it indoors or indoor outdoor, it's up to you, but we know that eating fresh is best, and this is a great way to get that right into your bodies. So those are our products as a whole right there. And thank you. I'm going to pass it to Lee, who's going to, I hope I said that right, share her product story.
Thank you, Stacy. Like she said, my name's Lee Perot. I am a registered nurse with my master's degree in public health. I currently work as a school nurse at an elementary school in Massachusetts. I was introduced to Juice Plus by my yoga instructor, who then introduced me to Allison, who's on this call with us. And I actually just hit my 1-year anniversary with Juice Plus this year. So I'm going to share my story with the Juice Plus products. So I had struggled for many, many years, kind of as long as I can remember, with IBS symptoms. And I mean, it came and go, but it was typically on a daily basis. I had tried a variety of different things over the years, and nothing had consistently made an impact on my symptoms. So I actually decided to go to a naturopathic doctor. And that was late of, what, it must have been 2018 at this point. And I was quoted a program that was going to cost me over $7,000, and it had no guaranteed results. So I had been introduced to Juice Plus prior to that appointment, and I decided to kind of go forward with those products to just try to give it a chance. And because I knew that introducing better nutrition, wouldn't hurt and couldn't do nothing but introduce some good things to my gut health. So honestly, I've been so shocked at how much it's improved my gut health. Since starting the products over a year ago, I've noticed a significant decrease in my IBS symptoms. That was a huge difference for me because this was, like I said, a daily struggle for me. I've did a couple shreds already, and when I do the shreds, I always notice an increase in my energy, better quality of sleep, less bloating, decrease in my sugar cravings, and that has been a big challenge for me, and it sometimes still is. I actually took a break of taking the supplements during this year. Just COVID kind of hit hard, but that truly gave me the perspective of restarting the capsules again, and really gave me the perspective of these really are making a true impact on my symptoms, and they really are improving my gut health. I'm so grateful for Juice Plus, for what it's done for me in my daily life. And I love sharing my story because I just think of the fact that Allison was able to share her story with me, and it really did, make a difference for me. So I love sharing my story. I love sharing it with everyone I can. So I'm going to pass it off to Diana.
Can you guys hear me? Okay. All right. So to piggyback on Leah's story, a little bit about me. Ironically, I'm a mom of 2 kids, 16 and 13, who never want to eat their fruits and veggies. And I am an HR director working full-time for McDonald's, if you can believe it. I think that's kind of a funny story. So anyways, with that being said, I have always been what I consider myself a health and wellness sponge. I'm always looking for ways to be better, feel better, look better, all of the above. 8 years ago, I decided that I was going to change my entire diet, and I became a vegetarian. And I did feel and see and reap tremendous benefit from that. And I've actually passed on a lot of my learnings becoming a vegetarian within my inner circle of family and friends. However, over the past few years, I did notice that I was chronically dizzy. I was always feeling symptoms of weakness, to the point where it became a joke in the family that I was going to become diabetic just like my dad is. And I would walk around saying that I'm probably diabetic right now and don't even know it. And so I really started looking and searching for different things and ways that I could just make myself feel better. And through a mutual friend, I found Allison. And what attracted me immediately was the Shred 10. What is this all about? What can I learn? And after having extensive conversations with Allison and going back and forth many different times with so many different questions, I decided, you know what, there was a little bit of skepticism there, I think with anything that's new. But then I said, you know what, I can only go uphill from here versus downhill. So that was during the summer of last year. I can tell you that since then, I have been doing the Shred 10 every month, with the exception of December. It was the holidays, and boy, did I feel it in January. But I do not feel that chronic feeling of dizziness, that chronic feeling of weakness. Sustained energy is a big one for me. My kids are very active in athletics. I have a full-time job, like I mentioned, and I just can keep going and have the energy to do so. Now, come 9:30, I'm done. That's a different story, but I'm sure everybody could feel that. So I truly do believe that even though I had the perception and this idea that I was a vegetarian, so I must have been putting all of the foods and the nutrients that I really needed in my system, the truth was I wasn't. And ever since being on the capsules and the complete, I just feel a tremendous difference. And so with that being said, I decided, you know what, I love it so much that why not do this and be part of this great community. So that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. Thank you, Lee and Diana. Two super, super powerful stories for both of you. Amazing positive changes. And yeah, I think, you know, even the healthiest eaters need help and don't get in all the, you know, servings of fruits and vegetables that we need in order for our bodies to thrive. So I love that you've both seen all of these amazing changes. So I'm going to pass it on over to my friend Hilary next, and she is going to take us through our business.
All right. Hi, guys. My name is Hilary Granite. I'm a physical therapist, IIN health coach, and a mom of 9-year-old twin boys. I've been part of the Juice Plus company for about 5 years, and I also own a traditional business. I have a physical therapy clinic in Washington, D.C. So as Allison said, I'm going to switch gears and talk about the business. As much as I love these products, and you've heard some great product stories already, I love this business model even more. I didn't start off that way, and I'm going to tell you all about how the business works. But when I originally joined Juice Plus, I was looking for a way to make some supplemental income and not trade dollars for hours as I do as a physical therapist. So that, you know, lots of people in different professions trade dollars for hours. And so I love the idea that I could do this business in stolen moments. After my kids go to bed at night, if a patient cancels, I can do it however or wherever and whenever I wanted. So I love that. I also never had a plan B. So I didn't have a backup plan. So I used to think like, what happens if I want to retire? What happens if I got injured? My job requires a lot of like physical, manual, hands-on work. And if I can't do that, what am I going to do? I know that some physical therapists go into education and teaching after, and that wasn't really my plan. So I didn't have a backup plan. And so I never thought like all these what ifs could actually happen right now with what's going on in the world. My traditional business, my PT clinic, we had to close for 2 months this summer and put everybody on furlough. And even though it was a horrible time, business-wise, stress-wise, financial-wise, I have never been more grateful for my Juice Plus business. During those couple months, my Juice Plus paycheck was what allowed us to continue like supporting our household bills and expenses that we had. And so because of that, the power of this business is even more powerful now for me, because I know how great and how this residual income that even during these stressful times when I couldn't work as much on my Juice Plus business because I was focusing on my PT business, I still had a paycheck coming in. So, you know, as a PT, I love helping people get healthy. I love helping people heal. And I get to do the exact same thing on such a bigger scale with my Juice Plus business. And because of it, I have more choices. So, you know, the great thing is that our paychecks are a direct reflection to how many people we help. So obviously I'm pretty passionate about this business, but I didn't always feel that way. I was really skeptical when I started. I didn't really have positive like thoughts about network marketing. And some people will, on this call, probably have the same thing. So I'm going to tell you all about the business and how it works. All right. So first, let's just talk about a traditional business model. So a traditional business model looks like this. You have a CEO at the top, and it's like a triangle. And then like I call it like the daily grind people at the bottom. You can work your way up. It's usually super competitive. There's only one CEO at the top. And that's a basic traditional business model. The Juice Plus business model is exactly opposite that. You turn it over. Everyone comes in, and I like that our top, it's really wide. So every single person who comes in at the bottom of that triangle, it doesn't matter whether you're a doctor, a nurse, a bartender, a personal trainer, it doesn't matter who you are, what your education or economic background is. We all come in at the same level. We all have the same compensation plan, the same opportunities and ability to make it to the top. And instead of it being so competitive, it is totally collaborative. So the more people and the people on my team that I help, we all help each other. And that's how we work our way up that compensation plan. And at the top, when we make it to that top level, you get full benefits. It's called a national marketing director. Full benefits include medical, dental, tuition reimbursement, bonus around the holidays. It's basically like working for a company, but you're a virtual franchise. It's what it's called. So a virtual franchise, when you join, it's only $52 to become a partner with the company. You get your own virtual office and your own website. And then you're probably wondering, like, okay, now what do I do? How do I do this business? You basically, so first you sign up for the products yourself. That's the only way that you're going to learn, and you have to fall in love with the products like we have. And it's very easy to fall in love with these products. Once you start taking them, you're going to realize all the benefits. And then you really just share about your results. You know, it's a word of mouth business. We use the product, we talk about them, and then we share the results. So it's just the same way as when I'm talking to my patients or my friends, when someone says, you know, what's your favorite restaurant, or where do you get your hair done, or where do you get a pedicure? All day long, I'm like recommending things that I like, but I'm never being compensated for it. Well, this business is done exactly the same way as that. We just recommend Juice Plus. We don't push it on anyone. If it's right for them and we recommend it and they hear our stories, they will sign up for it. And that's how we get paid and how we grow our business. You know, a lot of people worry about like feeling salesy or being a salesperson. Every person who you're hearing on this call, we didn't want to be a salesperson. We don't want to be a salesperson. We don't like feel like we're being sold to. And so if that's one of your concerns, it's definitely not like that. It's really just caring and sharing. And that's how we do this business. And the other thing that some people worry about is, do you need to know a lot of people to be successful in this business? You don't. You need to know a couple people, because this business is really just a teach business. It's all about duplication. So when I joined the business, Amanda, who's on this call, for the people who don't know her, in the purple shirt, we worked together at Georgetown Hospital a long time ago. She introduced me to the business, and then I introduced it to my friend Stacy, who you heard from, and Becky, and they introduced it to a couple people who they introduced it to a couple more people. And so now I have this amazing team of people, and they do too. And that's how we do the business. So just by knowing a couple people, you can really be successful in this business. I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room. Some people, it's like, is it one of those pyramid schemes? It is absolutely not a pyramid scheme. It basically explained to you how the business works. It is a teach model. Pyramid schemes have been illegal since the 1970s. You know, the company wouldn't be in business if it was one of those. This company has been around for over 50 years. The Juice Plus product has been around for over 25 years. The product has never been recalled. It's an amazing product. The man who started this company, he was a CEO for all that time. He's still involved in the business today. And it's a company with a heart that gives back. They donate to the Boys and Girls Clubs across America, Tower Gardens. They're the #1 sponsor of the St. Jude's Marathon. They give back in so many ways. Also, the gummies, the chewables that Stacy was talking about, you know, we give those free to kids for 4 years. So it's an amazing, amazing company that I am really proud to stand behind and say that I partnered with them. A couple other things real quick about joining the business. You get a ton of continued support, mentoring, training. We train you on social media. Just like if you joined or entered any business, this is a business. We teach you everything you need to know to do this successfully. There is a ton of personal growth, which I love. I like to call this business, I call it a business in a box, because you get everything like handed to you, and we teach you everything that you need to know. So you have your own business, you work for yourself, but you're never by yourself. And you don't have the risk of a traditional business that I have with my PT clinic. You don't have the overhead expenses, and you don't have all the stress along with that either. So you get to do whatever you want with it. We're here to support you. You just need a phone and a heart and a passion to want to help others, and you'll be successful in this business. So I've talked enough. I'm going to pass it over to my good friend, Shannon, who's going to tell you why she said yes to the business.
Hi guys. So really excited to talk about the business, because I've been on here before and talked about the products, and I feel like I've been in the business a couple months, and I'm just excited to share my what this opportunity has done for me. So Hilary introduced me to the business. I was working with her in Georgetown area in DC, and so I was just really organically taught about the products. Like Hilary did a great, that's how Hilary introduced me to it. It's how I want to introduce others to it. She always preached healthy living, exercise. She's a physical therapist. I'm also a physical therapist, and just encouraged like eating healthy. And so I tried the products through her. I also did the Shred 10. I feel like a lot of the people that partners underneath of me on this call, have come in with the Shred 10 too. So I think it was just a great opportunity to get to know the products and get to know like, what your body can really do even just after 10 days. So I think it's a great program to help start people out or to get to know the products, and a little bit about the business. So I joined, honestly, I joined like probably a year or two after I left DC. I moved back to Baltimore, but Hilary and I always stayed in contact. So it's just great that we still had that relationship. And so at that point, I wanted to join the company. I felt, kind of settled at my new job in Baltimore. And I was like, I want to find a side income that I can be passionate about, that I can find happiness with outside of my full-time job, because sometimes the full-time job can just be a little bit stressful, and it's great to just kind of take my mind off of something and still be getting paid for something else that makes me happy and that I'm also passionate about. So the reason I joined was because I'm a sports and orthopedic physical therapist, and so I already recognize the importance of exercise and nutrition, and I honestly wasn't discussing nutrition as much as I should. When Juice Plus came into the picture, it made me think about nutrition like every day, what you can do every single day, little bits and pieces to add in to your diet and your like your healthy lifestyle in general. So honestly, like even though I have the background of nutrition, Juice Plus helped me formulate like conversation topics with my patient about how you can get fruits and vegetables into every single meal, regardless about Juice Plus. Like it was just about like me talking to the patient about like the whole picture. So I'm just happy that that kind of like sparked that new interest in me. And so talking with my patients about exercise and nutrition and water and sleep and all of that just gave them more of a well-rounded approach and made me just a better physical therapist in general. And so my goal as a PT is to educate them about healthy eating, a healthy mind, and just treating the whole person. And so then I was thinking, okay, like what about my daily life? Like how am I going to talk to my friends about this? Like, are they going to think, okay, what is she getting into now? But honestly, like in my daily life, like I, go on walks with friends and we'll get, a smoothie or, like go to a juice bar or go work out together. Like that's like the activities I'm doing in my daily life. So my life is revolved around that healthy lifestyle. Like like I live that lifestyle anyway. And so those conversations about exercise and diet and just being positive, I was already living. And so it was so organic to think like, oh, this could easily come up in conversation and I could be helping someone else. And so especially with my friends and my family, like those are the people I care about the most. And so when they asked me about nutrition and exercise, like how could I provide value to their life? And so this company gives me value. I can give them something. It's not just talking about it. They can then, everybody needs kind of like an action button. Like, what are you going to do tomorrow to start changing and developing those new habits? And so then I joined in April. I mean, that was 1 month after COVID started. And I was on the phone with Hilary. I was like, Hilary, who the heck is going to buy these products for me? Like, I have no idea. Like people are trying to save their money, whatever. And so I was like, I'm still going to give my all to this. I'm still going to be consistent and, put in a couple hours a week, even if I get no's, yeses, like I'm just going to keep with it. And so honestly, I noticed that during these past couple months since, over these past couple months since April, that people really wanted to change their health habits, wanted to not have underlying comorbidities, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, heart disease, and all of that can be changed or affected or pushed back farther type of thing with your diet and your exercise and doing something every day to prevent diseases. So I think that joining it, if you're thinking about joining this time or if you're a new partner in the business, I still believe I'm a new partner in the business, even though I've been here for 6 months, very new compared to people in this call. I mean, you can always grow. And I just love how each week and each month I'm learning something new. Each call I get on, including this one, like I'm learning something new about the products and business. So I feel like I'm just growing every week. And then lastly, I just feel like there is like, just looking back on when I joined until now, like I immediately was welcomed by Hilary and Amanda on this call. And I just feel so supported. I feel supported by this group of women and men here. And I feel like we all need a sense of belonging right now. And it's awesome to just like get to know other health professionals, other fitness professionals, and feel a part of something. And that, I don't feel fake about it. I feel like I'm happy to talk about this. And if anyone talks to me about it, they know that like I just like am so positive about it. Like it makes me feel good. And so like I just think that in terms of joining something like this, you want to join a network marketing company that supports you. That as soon as you join the company, it's like, okay, great. Like you have your virtual office now. Like just figure it out on your own. Like there's always little check-ins week per week that you can, hold yourself accountable. So honestly, I could rave about the business, and so I'm just really happy to share this with you. And so I'm just kind of most excited about being consistent, giving 3 to 5 hours week per week, like regardless of what that is, and just touching my business every day. And if you do that, you will see changes in just your attitude, about your lifestyle, and then obviously your income too. So just give it your all, and this is a great group of people to be around.
Awesome. Thank you, Shannon. We're going to pass it on over to Kristy next to share her business story.
Hi, I am Kristy Baranowskis, and I have been with Juice Plus since June 2020. So I guess 9 months now. And when I was getting ready for tonight, I wrote what I wanted to say in kind of a story, just because it was matching all of my whys, and I just wanted to make sure that I kind of hit on everything. So if you don't mind, I will read my story, but it explains about Juice Plus and just how it really fits into my business. So to start with, everything kind of goes back to my family and to my daughters. So I have a 22-year-old and I also have a 7-year-old. So and I've always been in the daycare field. I was a daycare director for 15 plus years. So everything really started really when I realized that I had to miss my daughter's kindergarten orientation because I had to travel for work with the company. And then I realized that I was spending so many long hours commuting to my center every single day, up to an hour and a half, depending on traffic. And then when my own kid was sick, I wasn't able to be at home with her because I was expected to be at the center caring for the kids that were enrolled at that center. And all of those things kind of came crashing down, and realizing that my heart was breaking because I couldn't be with my family because of the commitment that I had made to my job. So I knew I had to change something. And so I realized in the summer of 2019, that's when everything changed. I did a huge pivot, and I actually used that time to study in the car. I used my commuting time to study. I went back to school to be a certified health and wellness coach like Hilary with IIN. And so I used that time because I didn't have any other time. So my goal was that I would be able to stay at home with my family and not miss any more events and activities with my little one, really. And so then what happened was I became a health coach. I was still able to use my teaching background, except now instead of teaching children and my staff, I was teaching women, I was teaching moms how to use food to get more energy, less aches and pains, better digestion, and then possibly losing weight. And I kind of came out of that in that I didn't want to work with anybody again. I had it. Managing people was stressful. Working with, employees was stressful. And I just kind of wanted to be like me, myself, and I. And then I met Allison on Instagram, as many people have, I think, on this call. And I realized then that I actually did want to work with people. I wanted to work with like-minded women, and that I enjoyed it. It was fun. And so something else then, as she approached me with Juice Plus, was, first of all, I had never been imagined that I would have one business as a health coach, let alone two, now bringing in Juice Plus. But I do. I have both of them. And it's so fun, and Juice Plus has really been the best decision, and it just made sense to me. Every day now I get to partner with what I'm doing in my coaching business and in teaching women how to use food as a medicine for their bodies, but I also get to take it one step further because I can share with them the products, I can share with them the whole food capsules, and then I also get to help their family. So not only them, but their families, and be able to bridge the gap with the fruit and veggies that they are missing too. So this community is amazing. And it's just been really fun to actually enjoy what I'm doing again and to love what I do every single day. You don't have to be a health coach to be a partner with Juice Plus, but it fits with my brand. It fits with me. And then I'm just able to share that so well with the women that I work with. So that's my story.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Kristy and Shannon. Those are both amazing stories. I'm sure you can all see why we have just become so passionate. Not only have we fallen in love with the products, but the business has really made such a positive impact on us just in so many different ways. So if you're listening to this call tonight and anything resonates with you, whether it's the product and you want to improve your own health, or maybe there's somebody that that you want to help as well. Or maybe it's the business and you're looking for something where you want to help people, but also, be in a business where you can dream bigger for yourself. So we always like to end the call with a question, and that is what if? What if you could improve your health in ways you didn't realize? What if you could be home with your kids rather than working your regular 9-to-5 job? What if you could say yes to more? So if anything, sounds like, if this is anything you want, sounds like something you want to learn about, sorry, I'm mumbling now, just make sure to get in touch with the person that invited you to the call. And again, we just want to thank everybody tonight for joining us. I know everybody's weeks get crazy, so we appreciate you all hopping on the call, and we hope you all have a wonderful night. So I'm just going to stop the recording really quick.